Okay. Are you guys seeing the screen? Everybody seeing the screen? Okay. What you're looking at is my back office. This is my genealogy tree. So let me show you what this looks like here. I'm going to go to the top. So there I am, officially 2-star diamond, with 6-star, at the rank of 6-star qualifying diamond. And let me just clarify that for you so that when you get there, you understand. When you hit the rank of 1-star or 2-star or 3-star, whatever it is, the star rankings as a diamond, when you hit a star ranking, it means that you are qualified. You have to hang on to that ranking for 6 weeks for it to be official. So what happens is sometimes, you might hit the rank of 2-star diamond, but if you don't hang on to it, and I've had this happen, it's driving me crazy. I've been at 2-star diamond, and something will happen with one of my diamond coaches where they lose their rank in a given week because one of their coaches went inactive or whatever it may be. And you drop back to a 1-star or to a diamond. And so I didn't hold it for 6 consecutive weeks. Until you hold it for 6 consecutive weeks, you're not official. So that's why I'm what they call 6-star qualifying diamond. I now have to hold 6 stars for 6 weeks. I'm coming into week number 2 now. And assuming that I do that, and I will do that this time, assuming I do that, then I'm official at 6-star. And it gets obviously very exciting. So this is the genealogy tree of my back office. Now, I'm going to show you an example of somebody that I know who, just hasn't had time to focus on the Beachbody business. So I'll come down. This is my right leg. I'm sorry. Let me take you back up to the top. So here's my volumes for the week. So right volume is almost 23,000. Left volume is 6,100. And this is my first business center. So I have this business center. Then I have a second business center because when you hit the rank of 2-star diamond, you can open up a second business center. That business center is located down my weak leg, way down towards the bottom of my weak leg. And that's a diamond business center as well. I'm also building my wife's business center. My wife is down here towards the top of my right leg, Tammy. So we're building her. She's a diamond. And then my mother's business center, known as Hudson Valley Coaches. Hudson Valley Coaches is also located down my right leg. And that is a 1-star diamond. Now, I'm sharing this with you to illustrate my right leg is obviously my strong leg. I have a lot of volume on my right leg. My left leg is much weaker than my right leg. And so when I look at this, basically to determine how many cycle bonuses do I have for the week, I'm taking 6,100 and I'm dividing it by 100. That's 61 cycles that I have for this week. 61 cycles, okay? So for every 100 I have on this side, I have to have a matching 200 on this side. Well, I have more than that. And this is this way. It's been this way for a year and a half, where I have so much carryover volume on the right side. Now, I want to illustrate what happens. So for you guys, when you look at your genealogy tree and you see yourself at the top, let me come down my right leg a bit to Nikki Bucks. Okay, here's Nikki. Nikki, who I know personally, she's just somebody who just hasn't had time to focus on the business. But when she signed up, okay, she gets her Shakeology every month. So she's basically enjoying Shakeology every month for herself, but she's not building her business. But I keep going back to Nikki and I'm saying, Nikki, look at her right leg. Nikki has over 19,000 volume points down her right leg this week alone. Because when she came into the business, she was put on into the organization, and we've just continued building and building and building. And it's all fallen down this one leg that we share. So if Nikki ever said, you know what, I'm ready to get active, I would say, Nikki, you want to get to Emerald as quickly as possible. So you want to sign up one coach on each leg. And by doing so, you can start to tap into this volume. So every time she has 100 volume points on this leg, there's going to be more than 200 matching points on this leg. I mean, it's blown out of the water at this point. So basically, I tell Nikki, your business is 2/3 built for you at this point in time. You just got to get active and start building your weak leg here. Because what has happened is that Nikki, she signed up, and then look, here's my mother's business center, Hudson Valley Coaches. You know, Hudson Valley Coaches, there's the volume for Hudson Valley Coaches this week. All right, and so the left leg of Hudson Valley Coaches is the weak leg. Is the strong leg. The weak leg is the right leg of Hudson Valley Coaches. But all of it is rising up into these business centers. So what can periodically happen for you as a coach? And it's not all the time. It's not a given. But once in a while, you may be, let's say you're Nikki Bucks. You've signed up. And all of a sudden, gee, Tom McKiernan was placed under you. Tom McKiernan was placed under you, a week after you signed up as a coach. Nikki's going, well, who the heck's Tom McKiernan? Tom McKiernan is somebody that I knew. And because I was still building that right leg at the time, I could only drop that next coach down to the bottom of that leg. And that falls under everyone else that's already in that line. So it doesn't mean Nikki has to do anything with Tom McKiernan. It just means that whatever Tom does business-wise, Nikki benefits from. That's why this whole concept is so powerful in terms of team building, where you win, I win. We're all building together to make this a very successful venture for everyone involved. Now, when it comes to coach placement, let me go back to the top. If you watched the Doug Fitzgerald coach placement strategy video, he goes into how do you start out building your organization. And it's this concept of putting coaches on the outer left leg and outer right leg. You bounce back and forth, right, left, right, left, right, left. Your goal is just get yourself to diamond as fast as you can. So to do that, you have to have 4 personally sponsored coaches on each leg, one of which is emerald on each leg. We talked about that. So let me, for example, show you how I would set my coach placement for my right leg. Let's say I want to place my next personally sponsored coach on my right leg. There's a couple of ways to do it. I'm going to show you what I think is the easiest. You go to your bottom right, and you see these dotted figures, okay? This is the very bottom of my right leg. If I kept going, click on this up arrow, and I just kept going up and up and up and up, it's probably about 450 coaches deep. And some of the coaches in this line have started building their inside legs as well. So they've got substantial organizations they're building. Quick footnote, this coach here, Arnaldo Reyes, this was the coach that was given to me. It was actually given to my mother's business center 3 weeks ago as in the coach assignment pool. So anyway, going back to that illustration with the dotted figures, let me go back to the bottom. If I wanted to place my next coach on my bottom outer right leg, I'm going to double click this dotted figure. Watch what happens. This user has been selected for preferred placement. Would you like to save? I don't know why it's saying this. Please move this window. Oh, here. Okay, so I double, sorry guys. I don't know why it keeps doing that. It says this user has been selected for preferred placement. Would you like to save this change? I'm going to say okay. The screen will refresh. That has now become a red dotted figure. That means that when the next person goes to my Beachbody Coach website, or I direct them there and I say, go to my website, click on coach, click on sign me up as a Beachbody Coach. When they go through all those screens and they sign up as a coach sponsored by me, this is where they're going to end up. The system is going to place them where I've highlighted the figure in red. Let me go back up. Let's say, oh no, I don't want them placed on my bottom right. I want it to go on my bottom left. I go to the bottom left. Hey, Diane. Diane signed her husband up today. Congratulations. So, okay, I want to place my next coach on my bottom left. I'm going to double click the red figure. I'm going to say, okay. The screen refreshes itself. There it is. That placement is now set for my next personally sponsored coach to fall there. Now, what's cool about it is that as you go up the genealogy tree, you know, and it just keeps going up. As let's say James Ross, on a personal level, I don't know James. Let's say James Ross signs up a coach, and he needs to get to Emerald, so he's got to sign up 2 coaches, 1 on each leg. Well, James is sharing this leg with Diane and Melissa and now Michael. James would click on that dotted figure, and it would end up where I just showed you. So I just hope it's clear for you now how to set placement. Let's say I went, you know what? I actually want to place a coach on James Russ's inside leg. I could double click that figure right there. The next coach that I sign up is going to go on James's inside leg. That would be a very unorthodox move, if you will, in the strategy of building. And it's really important that you understand the strategy of coach placement. Don't make the mistake of signing up coaches before you understand how to do this properly. It'll never hurt your business. I take that back. If you make mistakes, down the road, you could look and go, oh my God, if I had only placed that coach here, I would be earning hundreds of dollars more per week. It's really important you understand where you're placing coaches that come into your business. It's like a chess game in some respects. And I'm here to help you and consult with you every time you're signing up a new coach right now if you're not comfortable with it. Okay, you'll get it very quickly, and watch every tutorial you can on coach placement strategy. You know, actually Google Beachbody coach placement strategy. There's a lot of YouTube videos that have been created on it. Watch those videos and understand how to place coaches in your downline. But for a lot of you, what will happen is a strong leg and a weak leg will start to emerge. You want to build your weak leg at the rank of Emerald. Build your weak leg at the rank of Emerald until you're maxing out your Emerald weekly bonus at $250 a week. Okay, if you're not maxing out your Emerald rank at $250 a week, well then heck, my suggestion is keep building your weak leg until it catches up to the strong leg and you're maxing that volume. All right, so there's a lot of factors to consider, and there's a lot of kind of gut feeling that can go into it as well. I just think it's really important that you consult with your upline on coach placement strategy until you feel like I've got this. I understand it. All right, and it's not complicated. I don't want you to feel overwhelmed by this. It's very easy. It's just a matter of doing it a few times and understanding it. All right. I hope that's been helpful for you. Coach placement strategy. Before I jump to the next topic, I do want to stop my screen